Okay. Oh, stretch. Let me test chat. Are you here? For some, I don't know why it didn't work last week, but it's working right now, and that's all that matters. And chat also works. It's like 10 out of 10 right now. Everything perfect. And you know what's also perfect? Because my internet tried to act up last week, I actually have 2 chapters to react to this week. And I heard, actually, I didn't hear anything because I did not check any chats. I avoided anything. I know it's about Enkidu. I know it's a flashback. That's something I know. But I don't know anything. I think it's good. Flashbacks are always good. Most of the time, I think. Okay, let's get into what I do think will be the Enkidu flashback. Maybe fleshing out Traumerei some more, learning a bit more about his past. Maybe why Traumerei cares less about the children he has now compared to like the few or the one he had in the past. We will discover a few things. Let's go. Traumerei. There he is. Pretty boy, young boy. Traumerei. Hey! Ooh, also instantly young Gusting. Right after the 10 grade fam leaders finished climbing the tower. I would still have loved like how long ago that actually was, because it must have been like millennia ago. Why are you standing there staring out into space? Did you fall asleep or something? Pobido Gusting. Thank you for the introduction box. I did not know it was Gusting, obviously. Oh, Gusting. When did you get here? A while ago, numbskull. What were you looking at? A flower? A flower? What for? That doesn't sound like you. You're more suited to things like fish, turtles, and octopuses. But they're just so fascinating. What do you mean? I never planted or created these little things. They just come out of nowhere, put down roots, and bloom. Then before you know it, the whole area is full of flowers. Hello, Violin. I hope you had a nice day, a nice week, and all the other things, and now are enjoying some Tower of God together with me. Really looking forward to these flashback chapters. Then before you know it, the whole area is full of flowers. I really hope it's not just like one flashback chapter and we instantly go back to combat. I need more, not just one tiny tidbit. They go ahead and do whatever they want. Lopobia Traumerei. Regardless of how I feel. It's both irritating and amazing at the same time. Come on, let's go. So he hates flowers. You big jerk. He hates everything that he doesn't control. That's basically it. It's like he's a control freak. You big jerk. Traumerei's past. When we were climbing the tower, it was unusual for us to be apart even for one day. But now, none of us see each other very much. I don't really mind at the moment. I'm enjoying building my own fishbowl. Oh, so he was still just starting creating his, like, his airship. Traitor. Traumerei's floating palace. Earlier version of the later Pelopobia battleship. But Zahart interacts more with you than Zahart interacts more with you than with anyone else, Traumerei. Zahart's the king now. I just want to help. I know how busy he is. Is there something going on between you two that I should know about? Even if there is, I'm not obliged to tell you. Everything Zahart does is for our sake, so don't fight him about every little thing. And that includes the selection of the princesses. Once I'm all settled in my new home, I'll try to have kids of my own. I don't understand what you see in that guy's bizarre ideas. And what's that about having kids? Are you two getting along better again? Not at all. She's the same as always. Since that day, she's been on a different wavelength from us. Since that day. So what happened with Traumerei's waifu? Hello Zenuzia, welcome to the stream. I hope you had a nice day. And now let's see how these chapters are looking for me. So she was obviously also a companion that went up together with them in the tower. But she seems to, ever since that day. So with that day, they probably mean like the day they just stopped climbing, where they decided not to go higher. And I still wonder like what was the reason for them not to go higher. It was just Zahart. Like, did Zahart just say, oh, I don't want to do it, and everybody was okay, and everybody else was okay? Like, there must have been a bigger reason for not continuing. Did they all get defeated? Nah. Maybe she really is a lower creature like the heart says. Maybe she's not like us. If only I could change those foolish thoughts of her. As easily as I can control animals. And this is where he started thinking about creating the canines. By the way, I spoke with the master from the workshop recently. That's not Maxef though, right? It must be somebody else. The master? Why would you want to have anything to do with him? He's so eerie. He said he didn't get around to giving you the present he promised you when you were climbing the tower, and he asked if you needed anything. Is that right? It's actually Maxef. Okay. I thought Maxef was already dead at that point of time or something. Or like sealed, I don't know. It is Maxef. Is that right? Well, now that you mention it, there's something I've always wanted. No kidding, what is it? By the way, Maxef? Like, Maxef is the biggest mystery for me in Tower of God. Like, he as the person who is the leader, the founder or whatever of the workshop. And the workshop is like a force that's comparable to one of the great families. So Maxef, like, we don't know from anything how strong he is in, like, the rankings. But with all the power and influence he has, Maxef is at least top 10. Maxef is alive and well, even now in present. Oh, I thought he disappeared or was sealed or something. For some reason, that was what I had in my head. A creature that's nothing in and of itself, but it can become anything. I really like something like that. It's comparable to Sahart Empire and Wolhike Song. Huh? That's an emote, if I have ever seen one. A few days later. I've sent you a creature that's nothing in and of itself, but can become anything you want. Take good care of it. And I guess that's Enkidu. I've got to make some food really quick. Well, be here soon. Okay, I'll be here for this one. Okay. Take care. Get some good grub. So Enkidu was a present from the workshop. That opens up a lot of questions. From the master, the father of everything. So, wait, what the from the master, the father of everything. So, Maxef calls himself the father of everything? That's a big name. This is it. This is the thing I asked for? Wait, that could mean that the workshop has like an army of Enkidus. After the creature was given to Traumerei by the workshop master, is the language of the tower is also Maxefian. That I know from the Tower of God gacha game. It was neglected in Traumerei's room for a very long time. And then at some point it became obsessed with following Traumerei everywhere since he paid no attention to it. As the creature followed Traumerei throughout his palace, it developed its own unique ability. Wait, so they stopped climbing the tower already. As we can see, they said it. But because we know from like the last chapter or 2 chapters ago that Enkidu has like also a blessing from the administrator of like not being able to die by anyone except from like his cooler friends, and also being able to kill anyone except his cooler friends. Like, so at this point of time, they have not yet received the immortality contract, if I'm trying to piece the timeline together. It learned to transform exactly into anyone it encountered. The creature could even imitate people's voice and behavior perfectly. And who is that? I don't recognize this character. Everyone who saw the creature was shocked by it, and said it made them uncomfortable, but not Traumerei. It was only then that he realized what the workshop master had meant when he said this was a creature that was nothing in and of itself, but can become anything. But what Traumerei really wanted was more than that. I want you to become human. What? Literally Rimuru Tempest. Since you can turn yourself into anything, go ahead and become a real human being. But why? Do you want me to be human? Because I am lonely. Wait, is Enkidu his wife? Lonely? Traumerei? I see. He's lonely, just like me. After Traumerei said that, the creature decided to become human. According to the book where the story is recorded, Traumerei had several companions by his side while he climbed the tower. Many companions, in fact. and we see all of their designs. Some of them remind me of other characters from other stories. But after the adventure came to an end, 2 of the Great 13 left the rest of the group because of a conflict of opinion. So this is V. Which is interesting because he obviously looks exactly like Jovial Grace, like a Tower of God Season 2 start bomb. He like literally looked like that. Many of their helpers left with them and turned their backs on the remaining 11 people as well. Who's that? Like we see Sahar, we see Gustang, but I don't know who that is. From the blue to whitish color, I would assume that this is Kun Eduan, but like the hair doesn't look like I imagine Kun Eduan, so I would imagine it's like some other person. And also that introduces me to the idea, because I talked about this with a friend, and my friend thought that Garam is a member of the Kun family. Can anyone approve of that idea, or tell me if it's like denied? Because I always thought that she is like from one of the families we don't know much about. I did not think that Garam was also from Kun. This was back when the 11 didn't refer to themselves as family leaders yet. Even they gradually began to grow apart from each other as they set out to achieve their own goals. Because this is Eduan. And Eduan doesn't look like this character here. We don't know which family Garam's from. Yeah, the only thing my friend was going off was Garam's hair color, which is the standard Kun hair color. Maybe a branch of Kun. Could be, but it would also be nice if, for once, somebody would be from a different great family, except from Kun and from Pobido and Lobedia. Like those, and Yeon. Nah, Yeon, we don't even have that many. Like, we have the most from Lopobia and Pobido, because we're literally in a war because of them. Then we have thousands of Kuns everywhere. Then we have a couple of Haas. And then I think it would probably be, I don't know. I want better distribution from the introduction of great families, man. It's too many from the same thing. I guess there's many Kuns because this guy likes to go around. It was only much later that they each established their own completely independent family. The creature made by the workshop master was aware of all of this, so it thought to itself, Kamurai must be lonely because all his companions left him. The real reason he wants me is to fill the empty space he left in their wake. And so, the creature prayed constantly to become human, so that it could be Traumarai's new friend. It prayed out the window. It even prayed while stuck to the ceiling. Everywhere it went, the creature prayed non-stop. To who are you praying? To who or what? Then one day, a being appeared before the creature. The most transcendent being in the tower. Hedon. Hedon is just on a completely different level. By the way, this is something that confused me when I discovered or like reread this part. I remember reading like something about Hedon being the only person that can freely travel around the tower, like around the different floors. But isn't that pretty much what all of these guys are doing? Isn't it like Wolaxong casually traveling to where Sprout is, Bum traveling to Lopobia, Pobido, and the Sprout? Like, are they not freely traveling there? Is there something different? Considering that it was sad after her twin sister went insane, Garam's family was in danger of execution, so I doubt her family is important in any way. Oh, so it could be... So it could be just... like that she's from a strong family, but not one of the great families, yeah. Hedon. It has been so long since we have heard anything about Hedon, which is so hype in a way. Like, Hedon is one of these mysteries that I just want to know more about, but obviously, Hedon is also only going to be very relevant chapter 1000 onwards, I believe. I don't see... There's way too much stuff happening. Hedon cannot be part of all of this as well. Look at this! Hedon has the same symbol on his, like, clothes as the empty throne from One Piece. What is it that you wish for so desperately? So, he prayed and prayed. And all of that praying got sent to Hedon. Which still means to me, Hedon is like... Is head-on the reason that's hard and everyone else stopped climbing? Maybe. We have no idea what this little bunny thing is about. You insignificant creature, so eager to add meaning to your existence. Information about this transcendent being was already stored in the creature, so it knew that its prayers had been answered. Most supreme and transcendent being in the tower, I wish to become human. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do about that. Like, his eye structure is still so weird. Like, this is both like where his pupil of this eye is, but this is also his mouth. This tower is a place designed for tests and trials. Accordingly, there's a strict division between human challengers and other non-human beings. Is that so? But don't be disappointed. There's another way for special beings like you. What? You may not be anything in and of yourself, but you're capable of becoming anything. Although it's impossible for you to become an entirely new human being. There's no rule prohibiting you from becoming exactly like an existing human. Okay, so basically, Head-On is putting the idea inside of Enkidu that he will kill Traumerai's wife to become Traumerai's wife. But Traumerai hates Enkidu for killing his wife. Head-On is a first floor admin, like Giant Eel admin on second floor, or 43rd floor admin, and floor admins can leave their floor. But Head-On is the only one who can also be called caretaker of the tower, so Head-On is special. Yeah, Head-On is special. And first floor admin is also like the admin that has the least work to do, because the first floor admin is the only one that deals with irregulars. Because nobody except irregulars go to the first floor. There's no rule. All you must do is steal the person's body. Once the creature agreed to this proposal, the transcendent being took the creature to a bloody hunting ground. This look... Timeline. Why does it appear like canine people? There shouldn't be any... I guess canine people are different from just animal-eared people. Let's see if we spot any races we know. Because this is just like animal-eared people, random orc thing. I don't know how to describe this thing. Some lizard. This was the time of chaos, since no one is able to reach the top of the tower anymore. All previously rising energy from challengers dissipated throughout the tower, resulting in countless secret and hidden civilizations. One particular warrior who stood before them was named Enkidu. Wait, so Enkidu is not actually Enkidu. He was by far the greatest warrior that they could see. Head-On pointed him out to the creature, and without the slightest hesitation, the creature took over Enkidu's body. A few months later, Traumerei, training with his puppy, battle with the ancient creatures. Bam! He made like a grand appearance to literally not encourage. Like, he just wanted to look cool in front of Traumerei. Long time no see. Traumerei. As this person walked towards Traumerei without any hesitation or explanation whatsoever, Traumerei understood immediately. This was the creature from his little fishbowl. I've come to be your friend, as you commanded me. He realized what had happened to him, and as Traumerei finally got what he had wished for. I see. A faint smile spread across his face. Welcome. Little did he know that this would be the start of yet another split. Head-On is like Monkaza. Head-On is the trouble of everyone. Of Bam, of Traumerei. Head-On is just playing around with every single character in this universe. Like, there's no way around it. Head-On is just playing around with everyone. Like, the only reason that all the things that Rachel is doing are happening is because Rachel did some sort of deal with Heather. And we don't know if the deal stopped after. We don't even know if the deal was something about becoming a protagonist, but it doesn't necessarily say that she had to knock Bum down from this, like, thing in the first season. We don't really know what it's all about. I like how Traum was able to tell what happened to Enkidu just by looking. True friendship, right, Violin? True friendship. You literally can recognize your friend, even though he looks completely different. That's what true friendship is about. There it is. Okay. I've come to be your friend as you commanded me. Like, we still are going to call him Enkidu, even though technically he is not. That thing is technically not Enkidu. But I guess they just stole the name and became Enkidu completely. That he was basically about FUG getting Mum, but Hedon didn't tell that to Rachel, so he always plays behind the scene. Yeah, he basically said, do this and that, but he did not know, Rachel did not know that Bum would end up with FUG and how things would turn out. Rachel was just following these orders. The question is Rachel still following orders? Or is Rachel now acting on herself? That also is like always, Rachel is just Rachel. I was always like, wait, so considering that I think Apple and Michael are FUG members and we have seen Rachel with other FUG forces, is Rachel also part of FUG? Is Rachel part of the revolution? Is Rachel part of anything? Is Rachel part of Hedon's team? Welcome. I just noticed that you wrote Rachel, and I'm not sure if that was intended. Or if you, like, were you making a pun that she's a brooch? Or Gusting and Flow of Death arc had a call with someone and called Rachel a pawn of someone. So that would only mean that it could be Gusting. It could not that it could be Gusting. It could be Hedon, because it couldn't be FUG. If it was FUG, why would Gusting play around the bush and not just say it's Mircea? If it was Loose Leg, Mircea, Gusting would just say it. That was very reckless of you. You're not ready to face that ancient creature yet. I can do it. I chose this body so that I could help you. I can handle this. Do you know how to use Shinsu? Of course, like this. She maybe has her own mind, someone controlling her without her knowing. But she has her own mind, but someone controlling her without her knowing. Yeah, like a pawn. She thinks she's doing the things she wants to do, but actually it's all going according to Keikaku of somebody else. No, that's not how it's done. Watch me. This is how you use Shinsu. Did you see that? It was amazing. I'll teach you a lot of things. Does the body have a name? Enkidu. Lopobia Enkidu. You've already chosen a last name for yourself, have you? You'd better live up to that name. Enkidu Water Gun. There was more like Bubble Beam. Literally, like, Water Gun is the weakest. Or it was Bubble. It was just Bubble. Literally the weakest water type attack. You'd better live up to that name. After that, Raumarai constantly kept Enkidu by his side. He treated Enkidu to all the rarest delicacies that the tower had to offer. He taught him how to use Shinsu and how to fight. He showed him the wider world. When Traumarai's companions found out about Enkidu, they thought it was odd that Traumarai had become so close to a human being rather than an animal. They told him to be wary of Enkidu. Okay, why do we see like 3 of them in like the foreground? We see Gasten, obviously, relevant. We see Eduan, because we know a bit more about Eduan. But who is this? Just with a flick of a wrist, Traum killed an ancient creature. I like that show of power. Yes, it's like a... it looks like a minor thing for him, but like knowing how strong these ancient creatures are, it lets us to believe a lot of things. I think the blondie should be Ari. Ari family. There was like one character we know from the Ari family, right? And she also has like blonde hair. Was she Ari Chun? No, that's somebody else. Bright Sharon. Ari Bright Sharon. Still a design that I really loved. Like, Ari Bright Sharon is such a good design, and she just got thrown away. Could be Ari. But Traumerei insisted on calling Enkidu his friend. Could be Ari Han or Tuperie. Yeah, at the end we don't really have anything to go off. But Traumerei insisted on calling Enkidu his friend. Companions doesn't mean it's just family heads. There are a lot more people like Quadrado or Loose Lake with them. That's also true, yeah. And that's not all. He even went to see the administrator and asked him to grant Enkidu as much protection as possible. Okay, so back then when I asked, Traumerei already had like the immortality contract and everything, but he went back to the administrator. But we don't know which, like, it should be the administrator of like the 100... What was the highest floor? 35? Ari Han's a guy. So I'm thinking to Perry. Ari Han is a guy? Maybe I missed that. But who is to say that that couldn't be a guy? Okay. Unless the EU changes it. Maybe they're gender fluid in a way. No idea. I scrolled too far. Floor 100. Enkidu was extremely touched by Traumerei's generosity. He vowed to stay by his side forever and remove all obstacles from his way. There seemed to be nothing that could trouble the friendship between the two, and yet Enkidu had always been bothered by something. I'm coming in. What bothered him was the presence of a woman. He got jealous! The idiot got jealous! Who lived with Traumerei in his palace. Amizu. She looks like pretty design, but okay. Her name was Amizu. She was with Traumerei when the 10th grade family just first finished climbing the tower. I see you've been quite busy lately, Traumerei. After falling in love with Traumerei, she settled here to be with him. But she never did anything after arriving here. All she ever did was stare out the window. Enkidu thought she was pathetic. Do you enjoy taking a monster with you everywhere? I need to talk to you for a moment. Look at those nice cookies. I would love to have some. There's going to be a party soon, a sort of housewarming party to let everyone know that we now have our own place. I know. You told me before. Is everyone coming? It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not sure if everyone can make it. To be honest, I didn't invite the people I don't want to see. Too bad. I was hoping to see everyone. I don't understand. What's so amusing about seeing those fools? They never change. That's what's so amusing about them. The fact that they're always such fools. Why is that so hard to understand? You're not inviting that monster to the party, are you? Kudu, or whatever his name is? Enkidu. Of course he's coming. Enkidu is my friend. Friend, huh? How much longer are you going to keep toying with him? I'm not toying with him. He's a human being. I don't have any control over him. He's just my friend. Is that right? Then I look forward to watching you resist the temptation to ruin him. I can't say I like him, but I wish you both luck. Why does she not like him? Because she knows that he could take over like anyone's body or something? Or is she also jealous that her hubby is spending more time with some sort of monster? I think we're done here. Traumerei? Do you still... Oh, that was Traumerei saying. But I wish you both luck. I think I should go. I think we're done here. Traumerei? Do you still love me? Is she trying to manipulate him? I mean... For a fact, I know that all women in the Tower of God universe, except Goseng, are trying to manipulate everyone in the story. So she's probably going after every other woman in Tower of God and is trying to manipulate Traumerei. She's been hanging out here while Traumerei has been traveling in the Tower of Enkidu, Lemao. Yeah, but shouldn't she be happy for her hubby to have found a friend? Of course. Why do you ask something so obvious? Traumerei, you ought to be wary of her. Everyone around here knows she keeps using those birds of hers to communicate with someone on the outside. And she won't even tell you who it is. What if she's planning to betray? Enkidu, didn't I tell you before? Pay no attention to us. I will not permit anyone else to speak of us. Very well, Traumerei. When Traumerei said us, he was referring to the people who had climbed the tower with him. Oh yeah, Enkidu can only take alive male bodies. Yeah, he cannot take over the waifu. She and Traumerei weren't getting along. But they still Traumerei loved her, but she didn't love him. She always just wanted to use him. He never spoke of anyone else as us, including Enkidu. And suddenly he was just the cube again. Traumerei and others were true friends. Enkidu was merely a toy friend that Traumerei wanted to play with, but if he stayed by Traumerei's side, he was sure that it would change someday. He thought that maybe he would eventually be included in Traumerei's us, and they could become true friends as well. Time passed quickly, and before they knew it, the day of the party arrived. How are the preparations coming along? So Traumerei, by the way, he's wearing like, I think, traditional Korean clothings? I don't know what they're called again. I knew the name once, but I already forgot. But it's so weird. Like, he has a German name, so I thought like maybe Lopobia should be German, but nothing. Hamburg. But Lopobia is in no ways German. Don't worry, everything is perfect. It's going to be a great party. The guests coming today are extremely fussy and picky. If anything isn't to their liking, things could turn violent. I wouldn't be so confident. Yes, I'm well aware of that, but I'll do my best to make sure that they're happy. After all, they're your these are your closest friends. Traumerei, over here! Oh, it's his waifu. They'll be arriving soon. The dress, like, so much detail spent on this dress. Like the lower part of the dress. Let's get ready to greet them. She doesn't know, does she? I'll be in the lobby. Of course not. I'm the only one who knows the true purpose of this party. The true purpose? What does he want to do? Yeah, weird that Kun's are so Spanish, Pobido or French, yet Lobobia's names are nonsense outside of Traumerei. Yeah. Like, maybe... Is Ha Chinese? Can I say that? I don't know if Ha would be a... I don't think Ha is a Korean name. I guess Ha is Korean as well. It makes sense that Ha is Korean if Jinsung is the self-insert of Siu. I wonder what the true purpose is. Here's the ring for your marriage. Oh, that's the reason. What a sweetie. Good. Well done, Enkidu. This is going to be the best party proposal ever. Keep your voice down, Enkidu. Kun Edan and Arya Hon have arrived. Oh, can we see them? Please, please, please. A greenhouse? Really? Traumerei's taste in home decor is as bad as his fashion sense. So that's Edu1, yeah. But the leader of the Kun family, Edan? Are you serious? Oh, it's Edan, you know? Was it always Edan? I for sure thought he was Edu1 at some point. I'm confusion. Oh, there we see Arya Hon. You want to talk? Must you always cause a storm whenever you appear? Hon. It's so tacky. I think official always says Edan. Webtoon is Edan, but others say Edu1. Is he Edu1 in the gacha game? Nation weapons, tier rankings. I have it open right now because I was looking at something. No, in the gacha game he's also Edan. Okay. Can I just say, the shine that comes from his hair and everything, that looks like complete white, perfect white. Occasionally used in one. It looks like the shine that came from perfect white when he absorbed like the souls and shortly regained his full power. What? Ooh, are we getting into like we're getting a first look at like one of the top tiers of the Arya family, I guess. Like looking at this guy, if he's together with Hon, that must mean he's like a top tier of the Arya family, right? Like these two. That's no way to talk to an old friend. What's wrong with the way I make an entrance? You little jerk. Those cards are from Joaquin's flashback and Dollar Show. The new anime trailer subs use the heart, and I didn't remember it in season 1. I still haven't watched those. I could do that. We saw those guys in Joaquin's flashback during Dollar Show. We did? We did. Okay, I don't know. I don't remember. So we have the Ha woman here. Very nice back, by the way. Very nice dress. Very nice back. Or she could be Yeon. There they go again, fighting as soon as they see each other. When are they going to grow? It looks more like Yeon. When are they going to grow up? Get down on the floor. Lord Edan, please don't draw your sword. They were more well drawn back then for some reason. Oh no. Yirang Yeon. Did we know that her name was Yirang? I never knew that. For me, this is the first time. Maybe only from blog posts. I don't understand what anyone finds attractive about those fools. We love you, Edan. You're the best, Hon. Was Hana. See who changed it. Oh. Okay. Wait, actually. That is a question here. It says leader of the Yeon family. But isn't it something like that? The Yeon family is something like... Or was it the Ha family? One family had something where, like, they had... The grandma was actually the person who, like, traveled up the tower. And the mother or something, like the child of the grandma, is actually the person leading them. Season 2, chapter 194. I'm going to check that up after finishing. Her name was Hana. Either she was changing it or doing something plot-wise. Lord Gusting. Blossom can't come because she's sleeping. Alright. Traumerei. I didn't think he'd have the sense to prepare an event like this for a lady. He sure has grown up a lot. I guess they're saying to Gusting that Blossom can't come because Gusting and Blossom are like intertwined. Like at least they had a child together, right? Half family is ruled by the Ha twins mostly. Yurin is a figurehead. Okay, it was the Ha family. Okay. The guests had all arrived at the party. Soon in this place that would later become the Lopobia battleship. Can't stand parties, but I don't have a choice. Hana was a virgin. Ilard and had all the family kids. I saw a theory that maybe Yirang will split herself into Hana and Ilard, but it could just be a retcon of the blog info. Yeah, who knows? They were married actually, okay. That's why, well, I still want to read the blog posts. I also still think we should not, like, that's one point. Like, I want to read them for more information, but I also think, like, why do I need to care for them if they are all, like, confirmed to be non-canon? Because the only canon things are inside of the story. It's like, do I have a picture of her? Let me pull up a picture. Like, look at her. I used her in a thumbnail before. That's a character, original character from the Tower of God, New World Gacha. Her name is Vivi, and her title is the Daughter Slayer. I don't think she's canon, but she's a cool character. Imagine, like, she has the title Daughter Slayer because apparently she killed so many princesses that she's called a Daughter Slayer. What the frick? Like, what? How? You cannot just introduce such a random character. That's, like, insane. I don't play the mobile game, but I heard that one of them, Gastang, said Mitseng has Bolossum's body type. I think the only time Gastang maybe interacted with Mitseng would have been in the Christmas event that was going on in New World, but I don't know if he said. I don't remember that. I want everyone to know about this. Ramarai would be announcing his engagement to Amizu. Edan Hon! Who's Rang? And there she was, the star of the party. Nobody knew it at the time. Oh, she's calling Yirang Rang. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Amizu, long time no see. Look at how... She must have a gigantic booty, man. Yeah, Yirang. Like, look at that curve. Or it's like one of those older dresses that has like some sort of thing built here to make this appear bigger. But like, look at that. But an announcement was about to be made. Welcome everyone. That would ruin both the party and Traumerei. And that announcement had deadly consequences. It would end up being one of the knives that drove apart everyone gathered at the party. Now that's a massive cliffhanger. Something that happened in this party. So it couldn't have been Enkidu because Enkidu is still like completely on the side of Traumerei. So it would make the most sense if like another blonde woman messes shit up again. Because I love blonde women, but like don't forget, blonde women in Tower of God, that's a yikes for me. She really is hot like fire. What more can we say? These blondes in Tower of God. Never trust them. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 family heads present at this party. Okay, let me try to get to the chapter. 194. 194 season 2. Hey, I just saw this. Do you remember this guy? Oh yeah, remember Deng Deng? Remember Varagar and how he was supposed to be threatening? Oh. Blatamara. Imagine, remember that time? Blatamara merch. The worst mad dog. I think she's sending the birds to V. Arlene Merchea. In her first scene that here, she has butterfly jewelry. Oh, that's a detail I didn't pick up on. Who the third mad dog is. The problem is, Sinusia, mad dogs are completely irrelevant. Mad dogs are completely irrelevant. Look at the art difference. Like when I just look at these different, these older chapters, like that's a massive art difference. There, 194. The Hell Train, the Dollar Show. Are you okay? Also, because I'm seeing this again. Couldn't this stupid idiot stop calling everybody turtle? He was like, you guys are turtles because all I have ever seen are turtles. But you spent years together with them. Not calling them by their names almost feels like disrespect. Like, he doesn't care about any of them. He doesn't think of them as anything besides being prey that he could potentially eat. Elliot was really important for Cage Arc, at least. Yeah, at least somewhat. At least he was there. Remember her? Oh my god. I can see the third Mad Dog becoming a part of Wang Han's team. That's my theory. But if he's not at least as strong as like a top ranker, he's irrelevant. Oh, remember him? I miss Alberta. I miss this guy. Daniel and everybody else. Sachi, all these guys. Like, they were established characters, and we just threw them away because we had to introduce the next 10 strong characters that Bum could journey together with. You know what's funny? We all know how a Tower of God develops. Like, we have strong characters that are Bum teammates, and then they get thrown away because he's like progressing faster and he gets new strong teammates. And then they get thrown away for new strong teammates. And right now, he has teammates that are basically like high rankers. So, when at the end of all of this, he has like the family heads as his allies. You know what's going to happen when they open up the door to the next area after like was locked from the heart? He's going to throw away the family heads because they're too weak, and he's going to group up with people behind that locked door. Daniel's story was actually in a great way, so no complaints about it. Yeah, Daniel's story was one of the top ones in Tower of God for sure. Look at him just floating there in the lava, being depressed. Oh yeah, it's the we see the bandaged guy here as well, and then there's like the sword wielding guy. We see them in a different perspective as well, or is this the shot that you meant? I think it was the shot. More HD here. Just this shot. Look at cute Whitey. You know who's going to wield the sword? Huts. I don't care about White. White is going to turn into the sword that Huts is going to wield. That's my hot theory. Because we all know that the Season 1 squads will somehow be relevant at the very end. So we're going to have a 100-year time skip. Huts is going to grow so much stronger, become a high ranker. He's going to fight together with Arya White versus Arya Hon. And Hon is going to kill White, and Huts is going to get emotional or something. But instead of actually dying, White turns into a sword, becomes a spirit for the sword, becomes the ignition weapon for the Huts, and Huts is going to defeat Arya Hon. I want Vicente to train Huts. Would be cool. Huts is just, like, if it was any other series, Huts is like this classic, cool character that you can have as a protagonist. A Bum's teammate ranking stream. Yeah, I think I... Did you write about that in general, I think? Oh yeah, I can scroll through the things that you wrote in the Tower of God chat now. The birth of Lobadon. This is actually pre-War of Genesis. Enkidu kills Traumarai's wife, question mark, and Traumarai is more pissed about Enkidu not being controlled than her dying. Which is, I guess, Also, he's a god, a fairy who grants wishes, like Rachel thought when entering the tower is a really strong guy in a rabbit suit. By the way, when you say ranking the teammates, do you mean how much you like them, right? Not just like a power ranking. Because power ranking sounds less interesting. I'm thinking like, obviously, like the later introduced characters are all more powerful. Floor rulers are interns? What is this? Guardians are developers, headhunters are head developer, irregulars are players, regulars are NPCs, and X's are hackers. And you someone who's using hacks he got from a friend. Okay, floor rules are intern. What is this? Luck. Pay to winners? What is this? Dang, you guys wrote a lot. I made a pull system for it. Potential, usefulness, loyalty, and personal connection. Potential is such a weird one. Like, isn't it like Tower of God? Everybody has like insane potential, right? Like seeing how even like people were saying like Rachel was the weakest or Shirisu was the weakest, but they're still like powerful enough to continue to climb, and it's not because they're always being carried. I feel like every Tower of God character has insane potential. Elaine is Bum's best teammate, or at least she should be if Theo gave her any screen time. You know what's funny? Elaine has thousands of years of experience in combat. She has Lopobia blood. She was powerful enough to be considered a princess. But for some reason, she had to be tested, but none of the other princesses, we have heard that they needed to be tested, but for some reason Elaine had to be. And then Elaine got trained by Jin Sung Ha, and then we have seen nothing of her. Elaine should just rush through all of the tower instantly to become a ranker. Got good scores for me. Everything except usefulness. Yeah, usefulness is almost 0 for a lot of them. I hope Kun has also 0 usefulness. Huh? But I guess if you're considering Season 1 Kun and parts of Season 2 Kun, yeah, he has some usefulness. But Kun right now is useless. Not even good as a tactician. There's way more better tacticians that we could use. I wonder if all princes are giving a test like hers. If not, I wonder why Traumerei orchestrated such a test. I have no idea. And you know what's funny? You know what's funny? I'm sorry. Elaine was being tested with a guy she fell in love with. And you know, a millennia later, Lopobia Traumerei is like, oh yeah, I have these princess daughters. I'm going to make them marry somebody. Like, huh? Huh? He's going to make princesses marry somebody? But for Elaine, that's a problem? Come on! I wish you cared about tying in the backstory to what we see here. I feel like Siu always only cares about the here and now. He doesn't care too much about things that happened in the past. If he has to destroy something that happened in the past to make something work that's happening right now, he's going to do it. That's the kind of offer Siu seems to be to me. But I think that about rounds it up. That about rounds it up for Tower of God 2 weeks. It hurts. It hurts. Same. Elaine was also up there for me. I need to check again. I always forget. she's still in place 4 because Yama was on the rise. Yama stocks were rising. And it means a lot if Elaine is like, even for you, Hug, if she's like a top 10 character, it means a lot considering how long she hasn't been there. Top 5 would be like Joaquin, Yuhan Sung, Yama, Miseng, and Hockney. Which is also white. Miseng, we have to know, completely irrelevant. I even don't know where she is right now. I thought she was following Bam, but maybe she's following Wangnan. I don't know. Yuhan Sung also hasn't been here for decades almost. Like the end, he was there at the end of like the nest thing. Or where was he? Is he here at the war? Isn't he here together with Yama or something? Joaquin, cool and everything. Hockney. Hockney also just got thrown away. Like, doesn't he still hold like the information on where another piece of the thorn is? Doesn't he literally have information about the thorn? He was in Karaka's heart last we saw. We're all in Karaka's heart. Because Karaka is a very big heart. But I think that about rounds it up. The anime Karaka's voice. I do wonder if like all the voice actors from the New World Gacha will be the actual voice actors in the anime. I do wonder. Let me click on a few things here, activating them already for the next stream that's about to come up. Wait, that's math. Wait, that's not... Okay, I think that's everything. If he sounds like... He sounds like Alfonso... Wait, actually I can check that really quick. Karaka... Is that on this thing here? Voice actor... Do they not have it on there? Karaka, Power of God, New World, voice actor. Where is he? Hats, Fonseca, Laura, Evan, Edrock, Shibisu, Evankel, Karaka. Man, he wasn't. They didn't update this wiki. I'm not finding it. Kara. Okay, I'm not finding him. I'm going to find it out tomorrow when I look into the game again. Is it on the wiki here, maybe? Rank, position, first appearance. Nope. Okay. There's never any fully info from this mobile games online. Yeah, I just need to open the mobile game tomorrow or something. But for now, I'm going to end the stream here because I'm jumping over to Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. Today we're going to go all the way to chapter 164. I'm going to miss the probably the matches from the Euros because I'm a football fan. That also has messed me up a lot. Like a lot of work has been piling up because I was watching the Euros a lot. See ya in the next Tower of God stream or in Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. All of you have a nice day. All that's to be said from me is stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay cultured. Pyro, out. Bye.